right now. Okay, it's recording. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. So excited to bring to you information about our wonderful All-Star program, which is specifically for our foster youth. Many of you know me if you've been watching The Connection. I am Cassandra Willis, and I am the Director of Student and Family Support Services. This week, we have an all-star group to give you a wonderful presentation on great resources that are for some of our outstanding students in Corona Norco. So since we have so many on the screen, I'm going to ask the leader of this presentation tonight, Ms. Jenna Mendez. Can you introduce everyone that's with us today?
Yes, thank you so much. So my name is Jenna Mendez. I'm the District Foster Youth Counselor for Corona Norco Unified, and I have with me Mrs. Anita Shirley. She is the Coordinator of Counseling Services and also the Liaison for Corona Norco Unified. And then we have Mrs. Lisa Starr. She is from Riverside County Office of Education that works with the Foster Youth Department. And then we have Mrs. Kimberly Thomas, and she is a representative from Norco College that specifically works with our All-Stars students. And you'll be hearing from them in a little bit.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you to all the ladies that are here today. We are going to get started with our presentation. So let's go ahead and see what you guys have for us this evening. Jenna, take it over.
All right. Let me share my screen. So thank you so much for being with us and hearing all of this information. We have an outstanding program at Corona Norco Unified, and we really want to just get that connection with our parents and guardians and caregivers so you understand what the All-Stars program is and how we can help support you. So our mission statement, this is a statement for the program. So in partnership with caregivers in the community, the All-Stars Foster Youth Program empowers youth with resources needed to self-advocate, make healthy choices, and prepare for their future. And we accomplish this by building a strong community of support and connection in order to maximize each student's social and emotional health and academic potential. So we're really working hard to just support our students and provide them with lots of resources, whether they're with us for a few days, months, or years. So the purpose of the All-Stars program, so we call our foster youth the All-Stars, and the purpose is to empower the youth and giving them resources needed to really prepare them for their future. And just making sure that we understand there's so much, times that students are there, they leave, they come and go, but we want to make sure that they feel like they're part of a community, they feel important, and then we help them with whatever else they need in order to be successful. So the program consists of activities, support, encouragement, resources, and connection. So all of this is done at every school site in Corona Norco Unified at every grade level, and it is run by the site counselors. So at the elementary level, it is the school counselor. At the middle school level, there are two counselors, so it's either one or both of them run the program there. And then at the high school level, it is the intervention counselors that run the programs over on those sites. And Eleanor Roosevelt is a little bit different because they have the most foster youth in the district. So it's run by a teacher, Mrs. Havard, Mrs. Farwell, who is an academic counselor there, and then myself helps support that school. And so the district helps support the program. They provide lots of different things that I will share, but we're all working together and working with the community to help support our students. And so here's some of the numbers just to give you a clear idea. So with the different years. And so this year, right now, we have 266 students, but in the last 3 years, you can see the total of how many students have gone through the program. And those are at the different grade levels, how many we currently have. And so something I think is really important, I wanted to go over some of the foster youth laws to make sure that you understand and you can help your students and kiddos understand. So AB 490 is one of the big foster youth laws, and this is very complex, but the basic idea is that we're removing any of the barriers of education for the foster youth. So making sure that they have equal opportunities to sports, to their home school, making sure that they get partial credits if they leave and they're not penalized if they're moving placements, and that they have immediate enrollment and not have to have the necessary requirements that other students would have to have enroll, that they have grade protection and a timely transfer of their records.
You know, Ms. Mendez, if I can just interrupt real quick with the
Uh-huh.
question. So we've had that question come to us on several times, and I just want to make sure that our parents out there, that they understand if they have a foster youth in their home, and we know that sometimes all of the documents and different things are not there. You just go over again immediate enrollment and what should be expected from the school site for the parents.
Yeah, so what we're looking for you to bring in is basically just that foster care agreement that comes from the court, so we can ensure that they are in foster care. I believe you will need a utility bill for you, just verifying your residence, but all of the other records, we are able to get those. I mean, anything that is brought with the child extra is very helpful. So everything can kind of get transferred over with the easier process, but they cannot be denied enrollment if they don't have their immunizations and if they don't have some paperwork. So we ask that you bring as much as you can to enroll them, because it makes it easier on everybody else. You know, and that we have everything that we need. But if those documents aren't able to be gotten right then we can try to hunt those down. And also the registrars will work really hard with the school, the previous school, and get those records.
Okay, thank you so much.
And so AB 216 this is for foster youth who transfers high schools after the second year. So going into their junior year, they transfer high schools. If needed, they may be able to lower their graduation requirements from 220 is the regular graduation requirements for high school graduation. But if a student is placed on AB 216, they can graduate after 130 credits and certain requirements are met. And this is just so no student is penalized if they're moving lots of homes and they don't have all of their full credits. They're not expected to have everything, you know, in order if other things are going on. So the counselors are all aware of this, and they work hard to make sure that those students go under AB 216 if they qualify. And then AB 12, all this is extending the foster care status from 18 to age 21. And so we highly encourage all of our foster youth when they turn 18 to stay in the system and not emancipate, because we want them to be able to get all that extra money that they are entitled to if they stay in the foster care system. And this has been such an amazing law for all foster youth, so that they're no longer just pushed out and on their own at the age of 18. And so something else that I really wanted to touch on is age 13 and age 16 are important years for foster youth. And so when students are in foster care and they've aged out of foster care, maybe they were adopted or put into legal guardianship, after one day of their 13th birthday, they are automatically eligible for extra money through the FAFSA for financial aid when they are preparing to go on to higher education. So it's really important that we need your help to educate your kiddos about once they turn 13, because what happens is sometimes we are no longer coding them in the foster care system because they've had their cases closed or they've been adopted, and they don't know that once they turn 13, they're still eligible for some benefits. And so we want to make sure they understand that, because sometimes the counselors won't know if their cases have been closed. And so also after the age of 16, they're eligible for the Chafee grant, which is more free money. So we just, any paperwork that you can keep for the kiddos, any information that you can give to them to empower them to let their counselors know, yes, I was in foster care, I got out at this date. All of that is going to be super helpful for us when we're going forward and working with these students. So what is the All-Star program? So we meet monthly with the students individually or in a group, and this is all site-based. So it depends on the site. Some sites have more students, some have different needs, but every site is working with these students, and we ask that all counselors meet with them monthly. We do school and district events. So some school sites do their own events, but we also have grade level district events that we do. We go on field trips and college visits, resources. So we provide resources, school supplies, whatever the needs are, we try to be able to meet that for those students. We're helping them with academics, checking their attendance, working with behavioral issues, just making sure that all of their needs are being met so that they can be successful. And then we have school site mentorship. So at certain schools, they're paired off with adults. Some, especially in Eastvale, we have the high school is mentoring the middle school, and the middle school is mentoring the elementary school, and the high school mentors the elementary school. So they have a very unique program over there because all the schools are very close. But a lot of the schools are doing different mentorship programs and extra support for them. So it looks a little different now with COVID. And so what are we doing virtually to help the students? So all the counselors are still meeting with the students individually or in a group virtually. I know that each grade level, so the elementary counselors have created a plan for all of them. And so they're all meeting with their separate sites and those students. But at the middle school, they're all going to join together and meet virtually together with all the middle school, because there's only about 30 plus students. And then the high schools are all doing their individual group events, but then they're also meeting. We have some district events that are coming up. And so each level has come up with a monthly plan of what they're going to be doing with these students. And then school and district virtual events, we have those a few times a year. So we're not sure what the spring is going to look like. We'll see if we're back in session in person, but we usually, when we're in regular session, have other things planned. So we've talked about doing some field trips, like I know the zoos, you can go online and watch those. Aquariums have like virtual field trips, different, you know, amusement parks and activities. So we're hoping that we can still do enriching activities even though we are virtually or virtual. And then resources. So if your student needs anything, I know we had an issue with devices. I think that we're now starting to get all those devices in. Please talk to your school site counselor, or you can reach out to me so that we can get students resources that they need. We're still looking at academic and attendance assistance and monitoring for those students that are having trouble logging in or having trouble working on, you know, this virtual world. We're there to support. And then family reach out and support. So I personally have already spoken with some of you. I will be calling families. Please feel free to reach out. We have a ton of families with 260 students. That's a lot of families. So it takes a long time to reach out, but I'm always open to people reaching out to me and supporting. School site mentorship. So we're working on doing those mentor programs as well, even virtually. And then email birthday cards. So some of you have maybe have gotten those. For the younger students, I'm emailing the guardians. For the older students, I'm emailing just the students, but birthday cards, so they know that we're still thinking about them and wishing that we were all in person. So this is my virtual All-Stars office. This is the bit.ly link, so you can go on there, and when you do go on there, all of the icons that you see go to a link. So you can click on any of those, it'll take you to more resources. So the bulletin board has, you know, Norco College, Riverside College, some of the basically all-star programs for colleges are on there, on those flyers. I have iFoster link, which I'll talk about, which is a great resource for families. The Parent Center on there, and just some different foster youth rights links for you. And also I have some books that are especially for foster youth, and all of those are linked to the books on Amazon. So communication, expect that you're going to receive important information about district and community events from us. I try to email, I try not to bombard you, because I know that so many are getting, you know, you're getting so many emails and different things. We're all just on overload right now, but I do want you to be aware of what's going on with the All-Stars and know who to reach out to if you need support. And then it'll come through email. We have peach jar flyers too that you'll see, or sent home with your student when we are in person. In our community, we partner with our local community. We were able to get some laptops for some foster youth that needed them. We've gotten gifts at Christmas, school supplies, all kinds of different things. So I'm always looking for community members to collaborate with. So if you have any of that information, I would love that. Or if you need resources, please let me know. And so below are just listed some of the organizations that we partner with. You know, our PTA, our parent center, our colleges, you know, just lots of different resources in the community that really support us, and we're very grateful for those connections. And so two of our biggest collaborations are with our COE, Riverside County Office of Ed, and Norco College. So I would like them to each share a little bit about how they work with us and work with your students and any support that they can offer. Go ahead, Mrs. Starr.
Hi, good evening, parents and guardians. My name is Lisa Starr. I'm with Riverside County Office of Education with the Foster Youth Services Coordinating Program. And thank you again to Mrs. Mendez and Ms. Shirley for having me on today and being here with you this evening. As Mrs. Mendez shared, I do work very closely. We do the County Office of Ed, the Foster Youth Services Coordinating Program. We work very closely with our districts all throughout Riverside County. I do service and support as a school counselor. That is my role and title. I do support Corona Norco as well as 7 other districts in our county. I have 2 counselor colleagues that work alongside myself, and they have the other districts in Riverside. As you see here before you on the PowerPoint, we do help to support our districts with one, definitely first and foremost, them being aware and informed of who their foster youth are. We help to ensure that we are working out any discrepancies with data information. We're able to support looking at case statuses. We want to help ensure that the County Office of Ed, as well as our school district, Corona Norco, that they're very well informed and aware of who our foster youth are and who are our students that need, you know, some extra support and some extra resources as they move through their academic year and career. We provide technical assistance. There's a wide range of questions that we will get, calls from our districts. That is who our direct support goes to, is our district foster youth liaisons. So Mrs. Mendez as the district foster youth counselor, as well as Mrs. Shirley being the district foster youth liaison and coordinator of the counseling services with Corona Norco. We provide trainings, we provide events, we provide resources. Right now, we are in the midst of helping Corona Norco to receive a large amount of some school kits for our foster youth to make sure that they have all the school supplies readily available at their fingertips, excuse me, sorry for the pen, at their fingertips to be able to be successful in school and to do their schoolwork and have the supplies to do that. So the trainings that we offer, and again, around AB 490, AB 216, as Mrs. Mendez did briefly review and share. We do trainings around that. We have a lot of technical assistance questions that we will receive from our districts. We also have events that we put on. And so during this virtual time, we have a few events. And I noticed in another slide, Mrs. Mendez is going to have a couple flyers specifically showing these events. But just to briefly mention that, and then I'm going to pass the mic over to Mrs. Thomas with Norco College. But these events, a few of them for our foster youth are, there's an event on Saturday, October 24th. It is called Expanding Horizons Online College and Career Conference. It is for ages 12 years old up to 22 years old. Again, this is a college and career online conference. There will be some guest speakers and presenters, as well as youth voices that have some similar and relatable experiences as our foster youth have gone through and are going through, that they will be able to kind of, maybe make some certain connections and be able to relate to the youth voices, as well as the guest speakers. There's also going to be some incentives for attendance and participation. It's from 9:30 to 12:30. Again, that is Saturday, October 24th. And Mrs. Mendez has been provided with the flyer and the information for registration. And that is one of the things that she helps us do, is to definitely get that out to our parents and our guardians of our foster youth. Another event that we have coming up is our virtual college tour event. It will be occurring on November 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Right now, our targeted population is our senior population. However, depending on attendance, because we do have, it's not unlimited, unfortunately, on our Zoom platform that we have, but we are hoping to be able to extend the virtual college tours to our junior students, as well as our students continue to prepare for college and post-secondary, goals and plans, and helping to ensure that they have all the proper steps and requirements, lined up, and that they are, tackling those with their counselors and their teachers, and with the support of the county and the district as well. And then we have a middle school exploration event that we are planning for April of 2021. So please just be on the lookout for ongoing communication and information around details. Again, because of our virtual climate world and not really knowing what 2021 springtime looks like, the virtual we may move away from it being virtual to us being able to do some exploration on high school campuses, as well as some college campuses with our middle school students, foster youth. So that will be coming down the pipeline. Myself and my colleagues, we are beginning to work on those plans and details. So again, that's Middle School Exploration Week of high schools and colleges for our middle school foster youth. And so I believe with that, so we definitely hope to see our attend. There's incentives for the virtual college tour, as well as we'll have student incentives for the middle school. So we do hope that our youth are gearing up and getting excited about attending these events with the county office coming directly from our foster youth services coordinating program to you and to our students. So thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity to speak with you and share a little bit about what we do at the County Office of Education in our program. And I will now turn it over to Mrs. Thomas, who we also very closely collaborate with as well, with the Riverside Community College District. And so, Mrs. Thomas, I will turn it over to you. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, hello, everyone. Again, my name is Kimberly Thomas. Almost everybody calls me Miss Kim, though. I am at Corona Norco. I'm their foster youth liaison for Norco College. And one of my jobs, my primary job, is to help our students move from aspiration of going to college to action, and also to help them do overall career planning after high school planning in general. I work with students on if they want to go to the military, if they want to go to vocational school, if they are planning on leaving the state of California and going to Texas. I help them explore options for education in Texas. My job is to make sure our students are well prepared for future planning after high school. Ms. Mendez mentioned AB 12. I know quite a bit about that. I support our students in the transitional housing programs. My job really is to see what they want to do, help them figure it out, and help them set up a path to go there. It's so important that our students have the opportunity to plan their own future. And when they leave high school, it's one of the first opportunities where somebody is going to ask them what they want to do, and they have to have their own plan for it. They're moving away from having someone plan for them to being able to plan for themselves. And it can be overwhelming, it can be scary. I help to try and make sure it's exciting and fulfilling. If you're looking for me, you can find me at Norco College. I am in their Phoenix Scholars Program on their page. We provide all kinds of support, and it doesn't matter to me whether a student wants to go to college or if they want to go to vocational school, or if they're just exploring the option to work right after high school. My job is to help them figure it out and help them set up a path. So don't be afraid to contact me and say, hey, Ms. Thomas, Ms. Kim, I have a student who is not interested in going to college, but they're looking for other things. I'm going to help them work on their primary plan and then also help them with a secondary plan, because so often our students decide that, hey, maybe college won't be so bad after high school, and I want to make sure that they have everything in place if that's the choice they want to make. So I'm excited to have this opportunity to return back to Corona Norco Unified School District and to work with your students. As it's already been said, I partner with Ms. Mendez in the All-Star program and also with the County Office of Education. You'll often see me at the activities. We provide supplies and goodies, and your students always get freebies when they come see me. And this semester, since we are virtual, we are mailing things out. And it's a wonderful opportunity for them to get something fun in the mail after they meet with me. So if you're looking for me, you can find me. My email address is right there. Have your student give me a call, and I will see how I can support them. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you to both of you, because these are two of our biggest collaborators, and we could not work with the students as well, you know, if we didn't have them. So we're very lucky to have their support. And so here are some of the flyers that, that Mrs. Starr was talking about, and then another one that Corona Norco is putting on. So we have the Rising Scholar flyer for the virtual college week, and all of the intervention counselors have been talking to their seniors about scheduling them for that event. And then the October 24th, the Expanding Horizons event that is open for all foster youth ages 12 to 22. So that opens it up a little bit for more students. And then our other flyer is the Corona Norco's virtual college fair. So it's going to be college and career fair that's going to be virtual this year. It is amazing. I've already seen some of the breakout rooms that they have. It's going to be a great event. So that is on Wednesday, 10/14 from 4 to 6. And so here's just
Jenna, I'm sorry. Can I say something real quick about the virtual college fair?
Yes, please.
The link is live on the district website. And so if you would like to go in there and preview it so that you can get an idea about rooms that you would actually like to visit or universities that you would like to speak with on that night, you're welcome to go in there and check it out now. If you want it to go to the school district website, you go down just a little bit and see events and click on the date, October 14th, you would be able to pull up the link for the virtual college fair. But there's a couple rooms that have specific people that will be talking to students who are foster students. So I believe Kim will be there that night to talk with our foster students. Jenna is going to be there. Lisa is going to be there. I believe some other universities are going to be there. Cal State San Bernardino with specific information about their foster programs at the university level. So please take time to maybe peruse it before so that you're prepared on that evening to be able to talk with people.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's a list of some resources I think is really important for you to have. So we have our District All-Stars website. It is super long. It's really much easier if you just Google CNUSD All-Stars, it'll come right up. But iFoster is a very important site for students and for guardians. There is tons of resources on there. They have discounts for different things, and resources. Is just a really good website. Inspire Life Skills is the transitional housing for students after they're graduating. So when they're going on to college, if they don't have housing, Inspire will assist them. There's the California Department of Education has a toolkit. Kids Alliance has a toolkit with great information. RCOE, I listed their website for students. It has a ton of resources for Riverside County. They've worked hard to put that together. So this is a really good student resource page. The National Foster Parent Association, so that there's resources and support for you all. And then tutoring is something we always get questions about. Individual sites have their own tutoring, so check with the school sites, but also thank you to the Parent Center. They have put this together, so it's called Go To Tutors, and it's online tutoring. I clicked on the website. It's open, not just for our district students, but it's a very good free website. So there's tutoring. And then Royal Family Kids Camp is a camp just for foster youth that they get to go and just be with other foster youth. And there is a location, I know now with COVID, camps aren't going on, but for the future. And there is one that's out of Corona, I believe. So there's some great resources on there for you. And then reaching out, please feel free to reach out to me to support you in any way. We're very proud of our program. We are super excited to announce that today, actually, we got the official announcement that we are a California Golden Bell Award winner for our All-Stars program. And we also won the RCOE Models of Academic Excellence in 2017 for our All-Stars program. So we are here to support your students. We care about them. We care about them virtually, and we're trying hard to reach out to them as best as we can. And we care about you as well, because we know it takes a lot to support these students, and we appreciate you so much. So please feel free to reach out to me with any questions and let us know how we can support you. So thank you for spending your time with us tonight, and let us know how we can support. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you to everyone for joining us today. What an excellent presentation and such great information. So thank you, Jenna, for putting that all together, and to all of our guests, Mrs. Starr, Mrs. Thomas, and Mr. Shirley. Thank you guys for being here this evening. That does conclude our presentation, but remember, families, the information, the email is there. You're always welcome to reach out via email. If you lose this, you can always call us, that information, you can always call us here at the Parent Center at 951-273-3132, and we will make sure that you get connected to the right person to help you. So once again, thank you for joining us this evening, and we hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.